September 2014, I was invited to attend an opening of an art exhibition by famous Chinese artist Hu Ming in Jinan. Since Hu Ming and her friends were taking the Beijing to Shanghai bullet train, so did we. It turned out to be a great experience. Beijing South Station was our departure point. It was magnificent, as large and modern as an international airport, with shops, cafes and even trees. Below the main concourse were platforms with rows of bullet trains departing every few minutes. I was amazed the locals considered this a normal everyday service. We took the second-class cabin, though there are many classes to choose from, all the way up to VIP. But our trip would only take 90 minutes. The train moved out of the station on the minute without any noise at all, so quiet. I could even hear the cute baby cooing behind me, and there were bullet trains everywhere. As soon as we were clear of the station, the train quietly increased speed to a tad over 300 kilometers an hour. Outside, it was misty as it flashed past. Power poles next to the line flashed by as blurred shadows. A young lady in uniform, like an air hostess, checked tickets. Even the tickets were designed to show every bit of information a traveller would need. Over the young lady's shoulder, the screen showed we had pegged at 300 kilometers an hour, but the train was so smooth it felt like we were doing 80. The secret of China's success flashed past. Enormous power lines. They are everywhere in China, as well as mobile communication towers and road transport systems. Another thing the Chinese seem to be doing 24/7 is building. Not suburbs, but complete cities. They seem to pop up overnight. It's very impressive, and it echoes the Chinese people's motto, "Try harder," and they do. Very soon the train slows to enter the town of Jinan. It's an impressive city with both shiny new high-rise areas in the suburbs surrounding a traditional hub going back over 1,000 years. A beautiful, interesting place. If you ever get a chance, go there. As we pull into Jinan, you can witness the competitive drive of the Chinese. It is everywhere. The young people wait at the door like greyhounds ready to run to whatever business they're doing. Try harder, seems to be their only motivation. But we are guests of the city and its culture, so we wait at leisure to catch up with our hosts who are getting off the same train at the same exit. Fortunately, the Jinan Cultural Center has provided a private bus for all the esteemed artists and well-known guests. Quietly, I feel a little inadequate among such company. The outer suburbs of Jinan are modern, beautiful, no litter anywhere, and full of bright sunshine today. I get a glimpse of our destination in the distance, two great domes backed by tall buildings. Our fellow guests in the bus are in a very happy mood, chatting, enjoying the day. The streets are spotlessly clean, the street medium strips green and well cared for, all the buildings new, the sky a beautiful blue. It's going to be a warm day. We arrive at the cultural center. It's large and the architecture is nothing like I've ever seen before. To find it in the middle of China is amazing. The one thing I find very rare in China, but is almost a given in the West, is graffiti. Here it is almost unknown, because the price of being caught does not even bear thinking about. I like that. We should learn from the Chinese, who are proud of the public buildings. Inside, it is impressive as the drive around the complex. It's not something you expect to see every day. In one of the many great rooms, we get to view Hu Bing's work. I have always liked her work because she mixes East with West, creating art that appeals to both the East and the Western mind. She has an amazing talent. It's unfortunate I have to take the early train back to Beijing. The old city of Jinan I have visited before and would recommend to travellers with culture in their blood. Its lakes are mysterious and quite beautiful, with an eternal spring that's 3,500 years old. Returning to Jinan Station, I'm hungry. I just have coffee.
Yeah, coffee. There, McDonald's. Buy a coffee for you. Then downstairs I have a noodle.
Okay. Our train arrives right on time. Young business commuters are waiting with us for the train. The only thing I regret over my years visiting China is the youth adoption of our bad Western ways. Once young Chinese people would jump up to offer an older person their seat on the bus, the train, or step back to let you in first, but not anymore. Sadly, the days of chivalry in China for old visitors is gone. If it does happen, be thankful. There are still a few young people that appreciate Western visitors. But they are far and few between. Most of China's youth look on Westerners with a sort of downcast, mild neglect, just as Western youth would. Be prepared to do as everybody else does and push your way into trains, buses or shopping lines. The Chinese motto, "Try harder," applies to everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, the train has arrived at Jinan railway station. Please get off and all belongings with you. As a special reminder, please take note. Welcome aboard the high-speed.
The one thing I find very impressive on the train is the English spoken announcements. These announcements are spoken on just about all Chinese trains and airlines, so at least the government appreciates Western visitors. But the competitive neglect of China's youth is counterbalanced by its more mature population, who are kind, thoughtful, and always happy to help. I guess it's an interesting mix of the traditional old with the youth trying to be modern and Western. Our arrival back in Beijing is on time into a station that is spotlessly clean. It was a very interesting day, and I'm always happy to visit China for 2 months every year. Thank you for watching my video. Bye bye.